1, 2, is this on? Can you hear me? Red and Green Army, we are live and set to go for this United Counties League Premier Division South fixture between Coventry United and Easington Sports. Liam Cook bringing you live coverage on CUTV as the game gets underway. Coventry United in their red and green home strip, and Easington in a changed attire of all yellow. Let's get you into your starting lineup, starting with Coventry United in goal. Number 13, Dan Moore, I'm looking for some. Number 2, Harry Sawyer. 3, Jimmy Richardson. 4, Shay Palmer. 5, Adam Miles. 6, making his 100th Coventry United appearance, Luke Downs. Number 7, Lewis Wilson. 8, Charlie Shaw. 9, Charlie Faulkner. 10, Benji Adamarco. And number 11, Cameron Dunn. And for Easington Sports this afternoon, number 1, Dale Freeman. 2, Endry Staffy. 3, Peter Fornells. 4, Charlie Morgan. 5, Jake Humphreys. 6, Luke Fuller. 7, Sam Lawrence. 8, Jordan Godfrey. 9, Max Leonard. 10, Charlie Pye. And number 11, Luke Swan. Now we are underway at the Nick Newbold Stadium, Coventry United, with a couple of early runs in the opening seconds of the fixture. It's out for a throw-in on the halfway line to Easington. And it's with Dale Freeman. Humphreys at centre-back. He's got the captain Luke Fuller alongside him. It's with Endry Staffy. High lofted ball headed back where it came from. Godfrey dispossessed. And now it's with the former Coventry United man, Charlie Morgan. Whips it left. And off the man-bunned heads of Jimmy Richardson, the sponsors man of the match last time out. Deflects to Charlie Shaw, who sticks his legs through that one, and it'll go all the way out for the Easington goal kick. It's a very important weekend in the United Counties League Premier Division South, a day where Nuneaton could well seal the title. They had a chance to do it on Monday, of course, against Coventry United, but a thumping 3-0 victory postponed the party for the Borough. And they are taking on Northampton Soilby Rangers today. The big game we're looking at is between Histon and Atherstone. Histon still trying to secure their playoff place. Atherstone at the moment in second place. Coventry United could leapfrog them into second and get home advantage for a potential final if they reach it. But victory today and defeat for March will ensure Coventry United have home advantage in the semi-finals. That's part 1 of the setup for the playoffs. Here's Luke Downs, the latest Coventry United Centurion. Benji Adamarco in midfield, launches it to the right-hand side. Here's Jimmy Richardson. Has been filling in beautifully for the injured Danny Fraser. And the through ball down the right for Cameron Dunn. He gave up a tad early there. Goes all the way out for the goal kick. Disappointing for the Sky Blues this afternoon. 0-0 draw at home to Sheffield Wednesday. That opens the door for the likes of Middlesbrough. Middlesbrough have to get something in their game against Portsmouth. Ipswich won in the East Anglia derby against Norwich, so they have closed the gap to 10 points. So the Sky Blues have to wait at least until the Blackburn game to seal promotion. He's knocking it around their own ballpark here. Fuller. Max Leonard tried to bring it to feet where it crosses the line in front of the CUTV camera for a red and green throw. No Ryan Harkin in the United lineup today. United trying to keep him fit for the playoffs. Charlie Faulkner up front, tries the back heel, but it's straight to the feet of Peter Fornells, who was playing in central midfield the last time these two sides met. It is a rather mixed up Easington team. They have, of course, ensured they will be at step 5 next year. The defeat for Bugbrook on Saturday, and Adamarco lets it go. Threaded down the right-hand side again. Coventry United not quite finding the extra gear in the early going. We've had 4 minutes at the newly named Nick Newbold Stadium, named after one of the executives of Coventry Rugby Club. Here's Humphreys. It's upfield towards Max Leonard. Easington with that 1-0 victory over Coventry United at Addison Road just over 2 weeks ago. A penalty scored by Charlie Morgan, the difference between those two sides in a drab game. A long ball headed up by Charlie Faulkner into the chest of Dale Freeman, who was making his debut for Easington that day. Kept a clean sheet, although he didn't have an awful lot to do. Freeman away. And Harry Sawyer just marshals Sam Lawrence away from that long ball. Wilson loses that to Morgan as appeals for a free kick as Adam Miles has his hands on Max Leonard. Palmer, the skipper for the day, and it's away by Dan Moore. Morgan, a collision between two Coventry players and Charlie Morgan. It's Morgan who gets the decision to scramble between Faulkner and Wilson. Make sure to hit that like button if you are enjoying today's coverage, and leave a comment letting us know your thoughts on the game. Any shouts out you want us to read out. Here's Fuller. It's a poor ball. Back to 4 now as Adam Marco picks it up for the red and greens. Shaw. Downs to Palmer. Along the right flank it goes. It's Adam Marco playing down the middle of that front three. Charlie Faulkner looking to play Adam Marco in. Chest controlled by Jake Humphreys. Nowhere to go. Has to touch it out on the near side. Right in the corner. Coventry United have to throw in. And a surprise result at the Emirates in the early kickoff in the Premier League. Arsenal beaten 2-1 at home to Bournemouth. That's killed a lot of hackers. Never bet on the early kickoff. Richardson. Adam Marco gets his head to it. And Fuller, the goalkeeper, I think, would have had it covered, but Luke Fuller, better to be safe than sorry. It will be a corner for Coventry United. Terry Anderson and Luke Morton watching on from the touchline, hoping to see their beloved red and greens finally ascend to step 4. It's never happened in the history of Coventry United, but they are closer than they have ever been. Cameron Dunn towards a crowded far post and off the post. The header by Adam Miles, I believe that was. And the free kick given as United jockey for position on the outside of the area. A lick of paint denying Terry Anderson's men from the opening goal after just 7 minutes. The relevant boot from Freeman. Leonard outlet by Adam Miles. They've missed his passing ability at the back. Wayward ball over the Coventry back line finds Dan Moore in a changed all-green goalkeeping strip and the number 13 on his back. Richardson. Which were done. Follow with a header to this near side. Flick well into play by Luke Swan. Swan bundles aside Jimmy Richardson. He's got Leonard to his left-hand side, cut out beautifully by Shea Palmer, the veteran centre-back, doing wonders. Along the touchline to Charlie Faulkner. Covered up by Fuller. Lovely control by Faulkner. Finds Charlie Shaw, given away cheaply to Charlie Pye. Morgan. And he thought that Max Leonard was playing the part of Usain Bolt with that through ball, but needs to say, Leonard was nowhere near it. Adam Miles. Miles looking for Benji Adamarco. Endry Staffy getting on the end of it. And free kick given on the far side of the field. With Sam Lawrence going to ground. An outstretched arm from Harry Sawyer. Well, only 2 Premier League 3 o'clock kickoffs. There's already been a goal in one of them. Brentford lead Everton by 1-0. Pie. It's down line with Godfrey. Here's Morgan. Once called the Nick Newbold Stadium his home. Passing at the back for reasons is inviting pressure in the midfield, but United go conservative and don't attack the loose ball. Here's Swan. Into a shooting position. It's Swan. Bounces into the chest of Moore. Passing it back at the back. It's a cautious approach from Coventry United. Shea Palmer trickling through the middle. Looking for the threaded pass to Ben Gianmarco. Again, no one found. Goal kick Easington. It's been a slow start for the Red and Greens. Humphreys. Plays a 1-2. With Jordan Godfrey. It's at the slide on the far side by Staffy. Straight to the feet of Harry Sawyer. Here comes Shea Palmer. Lewis Wilson's making the run. Deflected to Faulkner and still going is Shea Palmer. Prevents Humphreys from the interception. Faulkner, high angled cross towards the left side. Adamarco gets there ahead of Endry Staffy. Shaw in support, he's looking down line. And finds help in Luke Downs. Faulkner, dispossessed from behind. Palmer's back there. Shea Palmer. Crossing chance with Jimmy Richardson on the right hand side. Avoids capture. Richardson in. Was looking for Charlie Faulkner. Crucial clearance by Fuller. And Luke Downs bundled over while trying to earn possession from Leonard. And the Red and Greens had the free kick about 15 yards into enemy territory. Taken quickly. Jimmy Richardson. Faulkner flicks it up. Chests it away from the left back Peter Fornells. Into the centre circle with Miles. Coventry looking to build again. It's Sawyer going over the top. And over the top of the man bun of Jimmy Richardson. 12 minutes gone. Here at the Nick Newbold Stadium. Coventry United 0. Easington Sports 0. And it was a Igor Thiago penalty in that match between Brentford and Everton. Brentford leading by 1-0. And Charlie Faulkner steaming in on Fornells. It's Faulkner from the right-hand side. Charlie Faulkner and tapping it at the far post is Cameron Dunn. They don't all have to be stunners. But Cameron Dunn, with his pencil out, strikes his name on the score sheet once more. The form man for the Red and Greens, Cameron Dunn, is at it again. Faulkner's ingenuity down the flank, snuffing out the ball from Peter Fornells. And a beautiful, low-driven cross to the far post where Cameron Dunn had his easiest finish of the season, but where it's from 1 or 50 yards, they all count just the same. 1-0 Coventry United. Well, Cameron Dunn making the Red and Green Army sway at the moment. Scoring goals makes the United sing. And they want more. It's Dunn down the left. Beats Staffy to the punch. Little trip from Staffy, but Dunn continues tracking back. Luke Downs. And Wilson couldn't pick it up. Humphreys out as far as Luke Downs. All the way home to Moore. Shea Palmer. Just looking for an option in the area, off the head. And Harry Sawyer looking to curl it round. Again, Easington not helping themselves in these scenarios. Sam Lawrence cheaply giving it away. And that's the first goal of the afternoon in the United Counties League Premier Division South. Elsewhere, Hinckley are hosting God Manchester. Histon against Addison is a crucial match in Coventry United season. Leicester Nirvana against Amesbury. Lutterworth versus March. Moulton host Northampton Owen Chenks. Newport Pagnell against Coventry. And of course, there's the potential coronation at Sileby for Nuneaton. And Yaxley take on Oadby in a relegation 6-pointer. If Oadby lose that game, they are down, and it could also spell curtains for Bugbrook. Well, I'm not entirely sure what Nigel was doing with that. Finally getting some work out of him for a change.
That is the 50-50. They've got no envelopes. You're right.
We've got the 50-50 winning ticket there. We'll be announcing that shortly. There's an injury stoppage at the moment, so we may as well do it now. So after the 50-50 draw there, we've got a winner, and unfortunately, it's our former stadium announcer Roy Eden who's won. It's about time we paid him for once. Here's Leonard. And Leonard's delivery hits the standing leg of Alan Miles. Faulkner. It's back into midfield. Morgan. Back to Humphreys. Collected by Richardson. Jimmy Richardson with the freedom of Coventry down the right-hand side. It's whipped in by Richardson, headed on by Cameron Dunn, and Charlie Shaw, last-ditch defending. And it looks like there's been a change here for Easington. Tommy Kinch has come on. Waiting to see the player who's come off for Easington. Looks like there was a, well, due to the injury earlier, there has been a change. Entering towards that far post and tipped over, was it? No, it's onto the roof of the net. We saw a goal direct from the corner from the under-21s earlier for Bromsgrove. We're that close to another one. Goal kick from Dale Freeman. Off the head of Luke Downs, out on that far side for an Easington throw-in. And it looks like it's Jake Humphreys who has gone off. Morgan. Program down the right hand side. Lawrence trying to find his way in. United standing firm and doing well. And it's thumped away by Dan Moore. Adam Marco's up there. Turned away by Kinch. Charlie Shaw. Now Faulkner. He's covering off the approach. It's down line to Jimmy Richardson. Finds Adam Mars in the centre of defence. Sawyer looking for the delivery. Off the head of Charlie Faulkner to Charlie Shaw. Skews it over the woodwork. So goal kick for Easington Sports. Coventry United lead by 1-0. Cameron Dunn with the tap in at the far post. And the kick from Kinch, despite the best efforts of Staffy, has gone straight out. Wilson jogs it over to Harry Sawyer. And via the touch from Sam Lawrence, it's out for another throw-in halfway into Easington turf. Sawyer looks for Adam Marco, leaving headed by Fuller. Downs, there's a pocket of space on this near side for Richardson. Cameron Dunn's with him. And here is Dunn. Richardson make the overlap, but the heavy touch from Dunn. Make sure he couldn't find him. Here is Adam Marco. Richardson's still up there. Adam Marco. Faulkner and Charlie Shaw. It should have been a simple bit of control, but it was off balance. Goal kick Easington. We've got a few Sky Blues fans trickling in from the early kickoff at the CBS. And there's been a goal, well, there's been 2 goals actually. Firstly at Kirby Road, Hinckley lead Manchester by 1-0, but Nuneaton lead at Sileby. At the moment, they are ready to take the title. And surprise, surprise, it's Kyle Jardine. 1-0 to Nuneaton at Sileby through Kyle Jardine. But Histon Addison is still 0-0. Goal kick off the head of Lewis Wilson. Flicked back into play by Cameron Dunn. Faulkner. And the head down the wing straight out for the goal kick. It's not been the prettiest of games, this one. Shah Randall and Tonya Miles both tuned in. Greetings to you both. Sharon saying, come on lads, and Tonya says, best of luck red and greens. Both more than happy that Coventry United are in front. And the boot from Freeman. Easington have had nothing on the assault in a good 15 minutes. It's straight back to Dan Moore. Shea Palmer. Constant pressure from Coventry United. Easington, of course, have already ensured their survival. They have nothing to play for. Wilson. Hassled and harried from behind. The referee feels that the hands on the shoulders were too much from Jordan Godfrey. Free kick in the centre circle. Palmer thought about playing a long one, but limited options. Ensure that Palmer will think twice, and Dan Moore's going to come up for it. In fact, no, Luke Downs says he's going to take it. He's going to take it short to Dan Moore. Moore to Dunn. Staffy standing in the way. He's got to find a route out of danger and cushions it out on the far side. Coventry United had the throw-in level with the area on the left wing. Faulkner. Finds Lewis Wilson, and Wilson's ball in towards Benjiana Marco. Controls well, but he's got Fornells in front of him. Charlie Faulkner with his back to goal. Can he turn and shoot? He can! That's a great save with the feet of Dale Freeman. Corner kick Coventry United, but brilliant ingenuity on show from Faulkner. Towards the far post, and Cameron Dunn was leaning back. He did get his boot to the ball, but couldn't send it goal bound. "25 minutes gone at the Nick Newbold Stadium. Coventry United 1, Easington Sports 0, live on CUTV. Commentary from Liam Cook as always. What a season it's been. We've got one more home fixture of the normal season left. That comes on Wednesday night, as Coventry United host Bugbrook St Michael's, who could be relegated today. Let's have a look at what's going on in the Championship, specifically in the game between Middlesbrough and Portsmouth. Still 0-0 in that one. If Middlesbrough lose, Coventry can't be automatically promoted today, but they can pretty much be mathematically guaranteed they're going up. Elsewhere, it's 1-1 between Charlton and Preston. Oxford lead Watford, and Hull 1-0 up at Sheffield United. The Harry Maguire derby there. Throw for the red and greens, halfway into enemy lines, towards Benjiana Marco, nodded straight out for another throw in level of the area by Endry Staffy. Steady progress made down that wing by Coventry United. And Marco, the only movement seen in front of Sawyer. It pulls eyes away from Charlie Shaw. Dispossessed by Morgan. Staffy. Off the head of Jordan Godfrey. Now it's with Max Leonard as Easington look to break and find a rare attack. But their passing has not been on point. A long hoof from the captain, Luke Fuller, straight out for the throw-in Coventry United's turf. Shea Palmer receives from Dan Moore. Moore has had nothing to do so far. Neat pirouette by Cameron Dunn. Look for the run of Lewis Wilson. Intercepted by the Clan defender. Staffy, a more central location than he's used to. Peter Fornells, high one. Towards Leonard, beaten mid-air by Palmer. Max Leonard. Luke Swan looking for Leonard again, and Leonard has found it. Leonard looking for the cross. Down to Swan. To more central location with Charlie Morgan. Retreats to the centre circle, and Luke Fuller. Faulkner all over him. Onto the right wing with Staffy. Skips away from Faulkner. And looking for the through ball to Leonard. United may have their first defensive duties here. And Staffy pulls out a brilliant save from Moore. And Sam Lawrence on the slide can't find the target with the secondary effort. And this time next week, Coventry United play their final regular season match. A tough tie away at March Town United, who are still trying to secure their playoff position. Dan Moore. Looking left for Cameron Dunn, whose goal separates the two sides at the moment. Staffy gets his bounce to it first. Charlie Pye. Hopeful ball down the right. No one home for the Clan. Miles. Now Dan Moore. Shea Palmer. Looking to hold off Pye, but falls back where he came from. Safely home with Moore. Charlie Shaw. Miles switches the play to his opposite centre-back, Shea Palmer. Through the middle to Wilson. Cushion ball to Richardson, but picked out. And now Richardson having to go back to defensive duties against the number 11, Luke Swan. Through ball, Charlie Pye all over. Shea Palmer shoving the back. Free kick, Coventry United. And 2 quick-fire goals from Moulton. They are 2-0 up at home to Northampton Owen Shenix. And an awkward bounce to the defence. And a Marco, couple of paces behind. And Chris Tyers there, our photographer, was asking whether it was a corner or a goal kick. It is the latter of those two. Sonia says, afternoon cookie, afternoon to you too, Sonia. It's great to see Adam Miles back in the red and green. His last appearance for Coventry United, his last start anyway, was against Easington at Addison Road just over 2 weeks ago, where he was forced off before half-time with a reoccurrence of that knee injury. And with Chris Cox suspended for what we believe is 4 games, Miles is going to be crucial. And Adam Marco strolling past the keeper. He can't stop scoring at the moment. Benji Adamarco, what are you feeding this kid? Silky smooth strike from Benji Adamarco. Sends it rolling past Freeman. Coventry United in complete control as the first half rolls on. That one simple pass is all it takes for Coventry United to stretch their lead further. Coventry United 1, Coventry United 2, Easington Sports 0. What displays has been from Coventry United so far, getting the goals when they need them. And Charlie Shaw with a fortunate interception. Wilson. Asking for handball against Charlie Morgan there. Falls on deaf ears. Morgan sticks it into no man's land, and Jimmy Richardson strolling back to see it out from Peter Fornells. And we've got 13 minutes of normal time until the break. We'll be going off there at half-time for a quick drinks break, so get yourself a glass of something cold and get back here for 4 o'clock. It's a high lefted ball towards Cameron Dunn. Pulls it back. Wilson! Lewis Wilson, one of the most popular goal scorers of the season. His second Coventry United goal, and he's had to wait since Terry Anderson's return against Histon to get his second. An incredible ball from Dan Moore to find Cameron Dunn. Wilson ready to pick the pockets of Easington. And a tidy strike into the bottom corner. Coventry United are cruising against Easington. The Red and Green Army dare to dream, and Lewis Wilson is the one dreaming now. 3-0 to the Red and Greens. Goal for Coventry United, scored by number 7, Lewis Wilson! A feel-good moment for Wilson. And it's been a virtual procession for Coventry United in the first half. And they are primed for payback against Easington, the side who beat them less than 3 weeks ago at Addison Road. Morgan. Looking for the run down the wing. Harry Sawyer. United mopping up at the back from that run from Sam Lawrence. And still 0-0 between Histon and Aviston. There have been a few goals flying about in the United Counties League. We'll let you know what's going on there shortly. Anamarco. Now Harry Sawyer. Here's Dan Moore. Palmer free on the right. Up to Faulkner. Palmer again. Using his experience as a right back. It's a dangerous ball into Charlie Shaw. Out comes Freeman to end the danger in what already looks to be a fruitless quest for Easington. Sawyer claims the clearance from the keeper. Knocked up by Pye, looking for Lawrence on the right-hand side. Plays it well behind Lawrence, out for the throw. Adamarco. And Palmer on a drive. Straight to the face of Charlie Morgan. The clearance collected by Palmer. Options on this near side, including Charlie Faulkner. Faulkner's got it. Dunn making the overlap. Cameron Dunn, tight angle. Looking to put it on a plate for Charlie Shaw. And Fuller ensured it wouldn't reach him. And Charlie Shaw steaming in on the clearance. Has that gone out for a goal kick? I think it has. Seconds ticking away in the first half here at the Nick Newbold Stadium. 8 minutes, less than 8 minutes of first half action to go. Elsewhere, Hinckley have been pegged back by God Manchester. It's 1-1 there at Barwell. The wind catching that kick from Dale Freeman. Ironic cheers from the Red and Green Army. Moulton 2-0 up at home to Northampton. Owen Chenix. Sowerby losing 1-0 at home to Nuneaton. As it stands, Nuneaton will be champions. And the clearance way, but again, the wind is not Easington's friend. Skewed out of the boot of Luke Swan. Still very much in their own final third. Richardson to Charlie Faulkner. Richardson runs into the path of Charlie Morgan. Pye. And Leonard looking to steal a march on Shea Palmer, but that wily old fox won't be caught out. On the throws to Adam Mars on the fringes of his own penalty area. Charlie Shaw had to slide in. There's a late lunge on Adam Miles. And Coventry United absolutely incensed. The referee calling over the Easington infringer. There was no reason to go in for a slide like that. The ball was already gone. And Easington's Charlie Morgan, who once called the Nick Newbold Stadium his home, could be in some real trouble. Referee first checking on the condition of Adam Mars. Of course, Coventry not can ill afford to lose any more defenders. Shea Palmer remonstrating with the official. Goes to his pocket. I believe it's only going to be a yellow card. Indeed it is. So Easington maintain their full contingent, but it could have been worse for Charlie Morgan. Well, Adam Miles is allowed to stay on the field as it was a yellow card challenge. The rule saying players have to leave the field is negated, but it's been given as a free kick to Easington. I'm not entirely sure what for. And the wind blowing the ball off the spot there for the Easington number 8, Jordan Godfrey, and a bemusing free kick for Easington, forced to nothing, straight to the feet of Harry Saw on the edge of the area. Heavy landing for the number 7, Sam Lawrence. Referee indicating it's a head injury, so he has to check on the condition of Sam Lawrence. And Lawrence, I think, is being told to head over to the touchline to go and get some treatment. Wasn't a free kick, it's a drop ball for Coventry United. Just 3 minutes of normal time until half-time. Lewis Wilson, one of the 3 Coventry United goal scorers. Morgan dancing around the midfield. Wayward ball to Adamarco. Adam Miles for the red and greens. Right, with more. Now Shea Palmer through the middle to Luke Downs. Charlie Shaw looking left, picks out Adamarco. Charlie Faulkner thinks twice about the 1-2, but plays a beautiful through ball for Charlie Shaw. Can he get on the end of it? Oh, that little stumble allows Kimch to snatch it. And back with Freeman. Quickly roll out with Staffy. Leonard chests it away from Mars, but crowded out. Charlie Faulkner sends it home to Dan Moore, out of his area. Moore. Oh, that floating ball. Pick out Benji Adamarco. The flag is up. Adamarco, I think, had let it go out for the goal kick anyway. But he did make a motion towards the ball, so here's Class interfering with play. Surprise scoreline at St Mary's. Derby leads Southampton by 1-0. And at the Riverside, it's still scoreless between Middlesbrough and Portsmouth. And another goal in the game between Sileby and Nuneaton. Nuneaton look to be home and dry. It's 2-0 to the Borough. They will be champions of the United Counties League Premier Division South come full time. So they've had to do it the hard way, certainly, with back-to-back defeats against Atherstone and Coventry United on Bank Holiday weekend. But it looks like they have enough in the tank to sort things out today. Along the left to Wilson from the throw-in. Dunn. Off the head of Staffy. Lewis Wilson. It's a game of head tennis down the wing. Cameron Dunn couldn't get free of Staffy, but Staffy rolls it just to the left of the flag. We're throwing right in the corner. United, the highest scorers in the United Counties League fixture list so far. And the throws towards Charlie Faulkner, heads into a dangerous position. Off the bonds of Kinch for the clearance. Pye can't let her get on the end of that one in the centre circle. Leap by Shea Palmer, was impeded by Leonard in the leap. The Red and Greens had the free kick in the centre circle, taken short by Downs. Here's Palmer. And Faulkner caught on the lunge. Referee says nothing doing against Kimch. Return to sender, Luke Downs. Here's Adamarco. Harry Sawyer to Charlie Shaw. Shaw finds Palmer. Knocking it around in their own half of the field. They have a fantastic advantage in this game. Faulkner. Flag stays down. It's Faulkner. It's 4. It's fantastic. You just scored, Charlie. Celebrate. Goals in his last 2 games at the Nick Newbold Stadium. Classy stuff from Charlie Faulkner. Checked he was onside. The red and green simply cannot be stopped. Vengeance is sweet. Easington got that crucial 3 points at Addison Road 3 weeks ago to help their survival campaign. Now they're safe. Coventry United are in no mood to be handing out gifts. Coventry United 4, Easington 0. Goal for Coventry United, scored by number 9, Charlie Faulkner. And straight out the other end, Lewis Wilson. Oh, well, that would have been a first, scoring a goal during the announcements. And I can see 4 goal emojis there in the comments from Sonia Miles. Hold your breath, Sonia, there might be more coming. And Coventry United don't really look like they've got out of second gear. Adamarco in midfield. Luke Downs. Bridgerson making the run, but he wants him a little closer. And Peter Fornell's in with a challenge, takes it after the throw in 10 yards into Coventry turf. Richardson, cushioned down by the header of Kimch, and sends it floating up for Leonard to chase. Palmer ensures it won't reach him, just holding off Leonard at bay. And it looks like we've got a bit of rain coming here. The grey skies to our left aren't exactly inviting. We're 3 minutes into added time. And that is the end of the first half here on Coventry United TV. An incredible opening 45 minutes here at the Nick Newbold Stadium. Coventry United are roaring against the Clan. Halftime scored at the Nick Newbold Stadium in the United Counties League Premier Division South. Coventry United 4, Easington Sports 0. We're back in 10 minutes. It's not over yet, Red and Green Army. The boys need your support. Sing loud and proud, see them through. Your boys in red and green, your boys of Coventry United! And we're back for the second half here on CUTV. Coventry United 4, Easington Sports 0. It's been a walkover so far for Coventry United, but there's still some hard graft to put in over the next 5 minutes. 45 minutes, I should say. I'm sure it's 5 minutes. It's freezing out here. Coventry United kicking now from right to left in their red and green home strip. Easington in the yellow and black stripes. There's chest control from Lewis Wilson. Over a kick towards Adam Marco. Faulkner bundled over by Morgan from behind in midfield. Referee says nothing doing. Looking left. He's looking for the run of Fornells, who seems to be playing as more of an attacker in this second half. Fornells. Morgan. Palmer lets it bounce past him, and Danmore will see it all the way out for the goal kick. No, he's kicked it in. Gathers the ball on the right side of his area. Danmore. Palmer. United with a strong lead in their back pocket. They don't need to overstretch themselves. Downs. Now Adam Miles back to Downs. We have had a few smattering drops of rain during the half-time break. Made the pitch a little bit greasy. And now Ben Godfrey in to try and pull one back for Easington Sports, and it's the first real opportunity that's had Coventry United fans wondering if the net will bulge. And short to Palmer from the goal kick. Adam Miles. Now Moore. Palmer again. Just on the right hand side, Shea Palmer trickling up towards the halfway line. Goes behind to Dan Moore. Coventry frustrating Easington with their control of possession in the early going after the break. Moore. Harry Soy will get there ahead of Luke Fuller. Now looking to cut in down line with Benji Adamarco. Can he beat Lawrence for pace? No, he can't, but skewed out by Staffy. Shaw from the throw-in. Downs, now Sawyer, lovely chop past Lawrence. And cutting in from the left-hand side is Harry Sawyer, looking to dig it in for Charlie Shaw. Bounces into the path of Freeman. There'll be no clean sheet for the number one today. Richardson heads over to the right side. And it's shepherded into touch via a barge on Cameron Dunn. And Easington wants to take the quick frame of Swan. The referee curtails that one. It's with Tommy Kimch, the substitute, stretched by Shaw through the centre, so he couldn't bring it to feet. Fuller. And now Lawrence on a one-man mission to get to that loose ball. We knew immediately it was going to be a fruitless task. And United will regroup with the goal kick. So at the moment, the promotion and relegation race, the Nuneaton 2-0 up against Northampton Sowerby Rovers. Bugbrook not in action today, but so we'll have a look what's going on in the Oadby game. There's unfortunately a score update on the football web pages out, which would be a little bit easier, but as it stands, it's still 0-0 there between Oadby and Yaxley. I believe, if my maths is correct, that Oadby will be relegated today if they don't win. Richardson. Cameron Dunn swipes it past Godfrey. Now Lewis Wilson trying to put Kimch under pressure, and Kimch can only turn out via a touch from Lewis Wilson. Throw into Easington, deep into their own half. A reminder of the Coventry United substitutes. Lucas Bailey, the goalkeeper coach, is one of them, after playing a full 90 minutes for the under-21s this morning. Danny Fraser, who has just returned from a fractured arm, is also in that substitute 5. Fielding, Jube and Harkin, the 3 that are more likely to be used, as Cameron Dunn forces Godfrey out. Looks like Godfrey's playing at left back in this second half, where Peter Fornell is playing further upfield. And Richardson with a precise run-up. Will it be a precise throw? No, it won't. Snuggled out on the far side by Morgan. Out for another throw in. It's over Wilson. Adam Marco. The punch by Freeman. Just kept in front of the corner by Tommy Kimch. Wilson shielding it for Richardson. Here's Cameron Dunn, trying to set his way for a sea of yellow. Eventually, Charlie Morgan is the man to send it clear. Former Coventry United man. Faulkner, and the flag is up as he tried to win that header from the loft from Harry Sawyer. Big shout out to Evan, who is tuned in on CUTV. He's sat in the Nick Newbold Stadium as well. Free kick taken a bit too quickly there for the referee's liking. Fuller. Staffy pirouettes and invites the challenge by Benji Adam Marco out for the throw-in. Just in front of the CUTV camera. 6.5 minutes of second half play have elapsed. United maintain their 4-0 advantage. This young Easington team being put to the sword by Coventry United. The throw-in taken by Fuller. Kimch scoops it up. Staffy. Back to Kimch. A shin roller through the centre mid. High angle ball to the left hand side. Richardson deals with that one mid-air. Forced back towards the number 11, Luke Swan. And United mopping it up in the middle again. Here's Luke Downs. Sawyer making the overlap. Out wide with Adam Marco. Sawyer remains in an attacking vicinity. Here's Charlie Faulkner. And Harry Sawyer urged to shoot. No room to do it. So threads it in for Cameron Dunn instead. There's a collision with Cameron Dunn and Tommy Kimch. And it's a penalty to the Red and Greens. The first real chance for the old five this afternoon. Dunn shoulder to shoulder with Kimch. And it's defending to be bemoaned for the Easington substitutes. And Billy Fielding is going to be coming on shortly for Coventry United. But before then, Cameron Dunn will go and pick the ball up and get set for the spot kick. Cameron Dunn is never more at home than on the spot. Same old story from the spot for Cameron Dunn. Sticks it straight into top bins. No keeper in the world is saving a penalty like that. Cameron Dunn on the fringes of a hat-trick. Coventry United on the fringes of a massive victory over a struggling Easington side. It really has been men against boys at the Nick Newbold Stadium. The Old Five is here and greatly welcomed. So 2 substitutions and the goal there in the space of about 10 seconds, making the commentators' life difficult. Coventry United 5 to the good. Billy Fielding brought on in place of Charlie Shaw and given a decent run out of just under 40 minutes. And Fielding over the back line, looking for Lewis Wilson. Freeman like a shot off his line. It's over the head of Mosey. Dan Moore, a little close for comfort with Max Sanders, but does bring it down. Downs to Fielding. Just a second home appearance for the Red and Greens for the Redditch youngster. Wilson, not back to Downs. Billy Fielding, good control on this near side. Sawyer flicks off the boot of Luke Downs. Pye to Sai. Mosai trying to have a long-range effort, and it's certainly long range, but a long way from the goal as well. And it's still scoreless between Histon and Aviston, but there is a comeback on as Moulton were 2-0 up against Northampton Challenge. It's now 2-2. But Nuneaton still 2-0 up against Sileby. Cameron Dunn. Slide takes it into the path of Billy Fielding. And Marco looked to return to Cameron Dunn. Cut out the last-ditch attempt by Staffy. And Downs just behind Harry Sawyer, and Ryan Harkin is prepared for the Red and Greens. United are going for the jugular. Faulkner getting a great send-off from the Red and Green Army as his day comes to an end. And on comes Ryan Harkin with just over half an hour to play. Coventry United 5, Easington Sports 0. And the header by Adam Miles from the throw off the back of Mosey's head. Nil-nil. A lot of interest around the Aviston game. Long-range ball into the area, and Danmore again, easy pickings. Richardson. He's got Harkin making moves in front of him, and here is the top scorer, Ryan Harkin. Wilson waiting in there, and it's just over the head of Richardson, and Wilson, that's a brilliant save. Adamarco smacked off Staffy. How on earth did Freeman pull that off? Fielding. It's not over yet. Ryan Harkin. Staffy onto this near side. Adamarco. Coventry piling on the pressure at the railway end. In by Sawyer, out by Sawyer. From the goal kick, it's Freeman. Palmer heads towards that far flank. Wilson couldn't keep it in. Throwing Easington 10 yards into Coventry turf. And Stanley Jube will be the next man to come in for Coventry United. Cross-whipped in towards that far side. Lawrence over the head of Harry Sawyer, battling for it. Sawyer rolls it past the hopeful leg of Staffy. Benji Adamarco. Fielding's made the overlap, but Adamarco goes more preservative. Sawyer. Now here's Billy Fielding. Looking to make an impression in Terry Anderson's side. It's Fielding. Looked for the low ball across the net, but smothered at the near post. And out with Sam Lawrence. Here's Max Leonard. He's got Miles breathing off his neck, and the last touch came off the ankle of Max Leonard. Goal kick for Coventry United, another change. So an attacking change for Easington Sports. Kai Bascom coming on for Peter Ford now. For Coventry United, their third change sees Stanley Jube replace Cameron Dunn. An early header from Jube. Probing towards Ryan Harkins, and back to the keeper by Luke Fuller. And it just goes to show that perfectly for Stan Jube. Harkins at the far post. And the hands of Dale Freeman ensure it won't reach the top scorer. He's having an inspired second half. Adamarco, Wilson. Back with Adamarco, Richardson to his right, goes left with Wilson. Luke Downs. Here's Fielding, covered up by Staffy. Sawyer, it's back in United's half with Adam Miles. Palmer, now Wilson. Shea Palmer, driven ball up to Benji Adamarco. Still going Adamarco. There's space out wide for Jube. It's Stan Jube. Both fronts to it. Dale Freeman is a man possessed. Apologies if we had some technical issues there. We are back online now. Coventry United remain 5-0 up. Dale Freeman with some great saves in the last few minutes. Richardson. Jube was a target on the edge of the area, flicked away by Morgan. Miles. It's Sam Lawrence onto it in the centre circle for the Clan. Pinballing around midfield. Tommy Kinch. And an outlet by Harry Sawyer, and Gay with a trip on Shea Palmer. As Coventry United have the free kick actually on the right hand side of their own area. And here comes Danny Fraser. Harry Sawyer moving into centre-back. Danny Fraser on the left. Coventry have made their 4 outfield substitutions. Likely to see Lucas Bailey on the field for the Red and Greens, barring a injury or red card for Dan Moore. And Luke Downs taking over the captain's armband on his 100th Coventry United appearance. Great day for the Coventry United number 6. Wilson, marshalled into touch by Charlie Pye. Throwing 10 yards into United turf on the left wing for Easington. Bascom. Heavy first touch. Wilson drills it through the midfield. No one home for Coventry. Fuller. Here's Lawrence. Bascom. Tube doing his duty. As is Adam Miles. Gets his body between player and ball as he's out for the goal kick from Endry Staffy. Well, both teams have one change left to make. Easington with Tom Smith. And Coventry with, as we said, Lucas Bailey, the goalkeeper coach. Stanley Tube leaving Staffy behind, well, at least he would have done if it wasn't for the shirt pull. Easiest free kick the referee has had to award today. And cries of one, Terry Anderson going to our left in the corner of the XR Motors stand. Fraser. Lewis Wilson was offside, couldn't retrieve that ball from Luke Downs. And Terry Hansen even waving at the crowd. He's been in charge at Coventry United on and off for 10 years. I've never seen that. And it remains 0-0 between Middlesbrough and Portsmouth. And now even the adult Coventry United fans getting in on the action. The party atmosphere's continued from Monday, I see. Well, you want to be a part of the action on Wednesday night. £7 adults, £4 concessions, £1 under 16s for the game against Bugbrook St Michael's. And it has been a bit of a processional game after probably the third goal. Sawyer. Here's Luke Downs, Adam Arco. Point to Sawyer. With the number 1, Dan Moore, looking for another clean sheet. And Miles is intercepted by Sam Lawrence, and now Bascom. Can he find the cross from the right? It's Bascom. Brought easily to defeat by Harry Sawyer in the danger zone. Danny Fraser. Tube just rolls the other side of the white line with Fielding chasing. 18 minutes until full time. Coventry United 5 up against Easington. Off the chest of Gay. Taking on Adam Miles. Lawrence. Coventry stacking red shirts back. Will there be enough? Yes, they will. Cannons off the Run Greens man from Lawrence. Adam Marco sweeps it and snatches it from Pye, who tapped it out on the far wing. Oh, what a comeback this has been from Northampton Owen Cheney. They were 2-0 down after 20 minutes at Moulton. They're now 4-2 up. In the game between Selby and Nuneaton, it's still Selby 0, Nuneaton 2. And with 10 minutes to go at Bridge Road, it's Histon 0, Aviston 0. So United closing in on their rivals. And oh, there's been a goal at the King Power Stadium. Leicester 0, Swansea 1. So with that point for West Brom last night, with Oxford winning and Blackburn also drawing away at Stoke, this looks like it's going to be a pretty bad afternoon for a certain Leicester fan in the Cook household. Harkin. Adamarco rolled into the centre circle for Jude, battling with Staffy. Stumbles under the challenge, but now slips it through for Danny Fraser. Could we be on for 6? Smashes it across the face of goal. You don't want to get too greedy now. Wilson. Here's Adamarco, now Luke Downs. It's rolled behind Stanley Jube. Wilson. Now Downs. Fielding with the through ball towards Danny Fraser. Slid out via the leg of Fraser. Well, turnaround complete for Southampton. They're now 2-1 up at home to Derby. And Lawrence has the throw in, knocking on the door of the Coventry United back line. Throwing down like a Staffy. Here's Mo Gay. Looking for a more central location, intercepted by Wilson. And the strike by Charlie Morgan. Moore was rooted to his spot, but it just rolls agonisingly wide at the near post. Fraser. It's back with Dan Moore. Luke Downs through the middle. Here's Adamarco. Benji Adamarco. It's blocked by the back of Staffy. Adamarco tracks back and brings it back for Coventry United. Stanley Jube. Little drag on the shoulder of Staffy. There's also a free kick on the edge of their own area for Easington. Freeman. Gaze up for it. Towering header by Adam Miles. Now slipped by Staffy. Gifts it back to Jube. Fielding. Jube just avoids the leap of Charlie Pye. Takes his eye off the ball. And that's with Leonard. Here's Gay. Smacked out of Adam Miles for a corner. Comes right taking their eyes off the ball. "12 minutes to go here at the Nick Newbold Stadium. Remains Coventry United 5, Easington Sports 0. Down steps in with a challenge and deflected out for a throw in from that corner. Gay flicks it past Miles and over the line for the goal kick. Well, the Red and Greens with the best goal difference in the league, overtaking the Nuneaton on Monday afternoon. And they're taking it even further this afternoon. Adam Arco, they're pushing the back there. The referee says no foul. Against Max Leonard, who's playing on the right side of the front three now. Run down the left-hand side, straight into touch from the Easington defender, and United will regroup. Richardson. Chested on by Lewis Wilson, cleared by Fuller. All the way back to Dan Moore, but we'll let Adam Miles deal with it, and deal with it he does. Had enough strength to keep Bascombe at bay. Luke Downs. Now Fraser. To Adam Miles. And there have been a couple of goals elsewhere in the United Counties League. Hinckley 3-2 down at home to God Manchester, and Leicester Nirvana have taken the lead against Ainsbury. But it is still 0-0 between Histon and Addiston with 3 minutes to go. If Histon can find a winner there, United will go second. The defeat against Easington may prove costly in that respect. Fraser, Harkin, and the offside flag up against Ryan Harkin. He tried to cushion it into the path of Lewis Wilson. Free kick to Easington in their own half. No signs that they're going to use Lucas Bailey from the bench. Can't say I'm surprised. Freeman. Downs leaping above Gay. Luke Fuller. We're going to keep Easington on the march. Gay, challenged by Dube. Downs on. Freeman just beats Harkin to the punch. But Adam Marco was ready to strike, but he just lost control of the ball with Freeman in no man's land. Dube, the through ball for Ryan Harkin. Around the goalkeeper. It's Harkin. It's 6. It's stunning stuff from the Red and Greens of Coventry United, Ryan Harkin. Ole, ole. Freeman thought he got out of jail free as Adam Arco was unable to convert from long range with the goal gaping. But as the move progressed, Ryan Harkin was found in a different postcode at the Nick Newbold Stadium. Calmly took it around Freeman. And a steady strike in for Coventry United, 6th of the afternoon. So it's 6-0 Coventry United now. And that comes down more to gather that hopeful ball into the area from Staffy. Adam Marco. Battling for space with Charlie Morgan, the one-time Coventry United midfielder in the Carl Nolan era at the club. Miles on the left side of the fence. Luke Downs. Space in the midfield for Billy Fielding. And here is Fielding, urged to drive on. Fielding, and deflected past Stanley Dube into the grateful grasp of Freeman. 7 minutes of normal time to go. As it stands, that Histon drawing at home to Aviston already means that Nuneaton are champions. But we wait for full time in both games at Histon and at Sileby. Miles. Here's Harry Sawyer. Downs in anchoring midfield. Richardson. Sawyer. It's almost like a game of keep away at the moment for Coventry United. Miles. Fraser. Coventry with little opposition from their hosts, from their visitors, I should say. Harry Sawyer. Coventry knocking it around their own half of the field. Now Adamarco makes the run. And the through ball by Richardson. Benji Adamarco taking on the entire Easington back line on his own. Look for Ryan Harkin. Well, it should have been easy pickings for Fuller. Given straight back to Harkin in the area. Drifts out to the right-hand side. Adamarco prized away by Pye. Charlie Pye finds Mo Gay. Looking for Bascom. Easy pickings for Harry Sawyer at centre-back. Fielding. And Jube's on the run. And he will get there first down the left. Crosses in. And the goalkeeper's gathered it with Ryan Harkin racing in to meet it. Lawrence. Here's Bascom, the substitute. And Charlie Morgan's onside and he's got plenty of time to utilise. It's dipping onto the roof of the net from the former Red and Green star. Oh my God, they are. They're bringing on Lucas Bailey. I don't believe it. Substitution for Coventry United. Leaving the field, number 13, Dan Moore. His replacement making his Coventry United debut, number 1, Lucas Bailey. Yep, you heard me right. The goalkeeper coach, Lucas Bailey's coming on. Well, we have seen something like this before. I remember a game at, I believe it was God Manchester a few years ago when Coventry United were about to go out of business. It was believed before that match. They brought on substitute goalkeeper Chris Roscoe and stuck him on up front. Oh, there we are. All 5 subs have been used. So much for the commentator. And there might be a first chance for Bailey to prove himself here. As Anna Miles is in trouble from Bascom. Able to slice it towards this near side. And the cross smacked off the back of Anna Miles. What a game it is in the game between Hinckley and God Manchester. It's now 3-3 there. Morgan. Bascom nods it across and a free kick given. Hands on the back of Luke Downs by Bascom. Harry Sawyer. And Coventry going to a back 3 at the moment. They're sending Jimmy Richardson up there. And here is Richardson. Is there time for one more for the Red and Greens? Richardson. And his delivery curls straight out. Via a deflection, in fact, for the corner. Coventry will have a corner kick. There's just been a crucial goal in the game between Yaxley and Oadby. Oadby have just scored. That might keep them alive. And Adamarco with their header wide under the challenge of Max Lane. So Oadby lead at Yaxley. As it stands, they will not be relegated today. And the long run up from Freeman as time runs out for Easington. They won't be going down this season, that is for certain, but it's not been a polished performance from the clan. And it's all over at Bridge Road Stadium. Histon 0, Atherstone Town 0. So that means that Nuneaton are the champions. And it also means that Coventry go within 1 point of their closest rivals for second place in the league and home advantage in the final if either team get there. Here's Jube. Billy Fielding. And roll driver Benji Adamarco for the 7th. Adamarco, that's a great save. If not for Dale Freeman, it could have been 10 easily. And we are now into added time here at the Nick Newbold Stadium. Miles. Fierce header out on this near side. We've not been told how much added time there will be. Full time at Moulton, and they have lost by 4-2 in their game at home to Northampton Owen Chenecks. Also full time with Leicester Nirvana beating Ainsbury 1-0. Moses' header cushioning out on this near side. Easington looking for something that they've been able to muster in this entire game. And they're into the 93rd minute at the Riverside. Middlesbrough 0, Portsmouth 0, which means that Coventry City, as it stands, can gain automatic promotion against Blackburn next time out. Hinckley 3, God Manchester 3. That's a full-time score. A minimum of 2 minutes at a time will now be played. 2 minutes at a time. And straight after the goal kick off Mo Gay. And we've already pretty much had the full 2 minutes. Lucas Bailey taking the goal kick for Coventry United. Who would have thought we'd be saying that today? Off the head of Wilson, out for the throw-in, just into United turf. Lawrence. They've got to test Lucas Bailey at least once, haven't they? And here's Leonard, who's going to, if not for the head of Adam Miles. Staffy, hooked away by Downs in the near post. Billy Fielding, edges away from Lawrence. And it's going to be hit from range and a save from Lucas Bailey from Charlie Pye. Clean sheets only. And it's all over here at the Nick Newbold Stadium. Coventry United ended with a patchwork team, but they'd sewn up the 3 points well before the end. The 0-0 draw for Histon not only crowns Nuneaton champions, but also opens the door for the Red and Greens to snatch second place in the future. An incredible display from the Red and Greens, 6-0 to Terry Anderson's men. How about that for payback from 3 weeks ago? Full-time score, Coventry United 6, Easington Sports 0. Hey, you're